Hey guys, welcome to Holistic Mojo. I'm Sahara Lee, and this is your spirit mojo for the month of January 2021. So, I always struggle with the idea of what to do every month with the spirit mojo because connection to spirit and connection to self is so personal. So it's a hard thing sometimes to convey to other people what my experience is and how their experience should be. And I always look at it as like, well, your experience could be this way. But this month, serendipitously, we are today in a full moon in Leo, and full moons are all about releasing things and letting go. And gosh, I think a week ago today, no, a week ago tomorrow, my dad brought up a box from the basement, and I started digging through it, and it was essentially a time capsule I haven't opened in 20 years. So a lot of revisiting old aspects of myself. There were letters to myself in there. There were letters from other people. It was during a time when I was in a tour group called Up With People, and there were exercises that we did where we asked people their first impression of us and how that impression has changed over time. And so all of that was really cool to look through. Some of it was absolutely cringeworthy. And I found a lot of real gems in there. And one of those gems is what I want to share with you guys today. Um, this was a tour group that had 22 different countries, 150 people in the cast. And we were dealing oftentimes with insane things like culture shock and drastic temperature changes, being in Texas one second and it's 95 degrees, and then being in Sweden the next second and it is um uh, like 1,000 below. So this I found in a like little handbook on how to not be overwhelmed by the experiences that you're presently having. um and it's called Rules for Being Human. And I will type it out and write it down below in the description as well, so that you can kind of hang on to it with your eyes, if that's the way that you hang on to things. So, Rules for Being Human by Cherie Carter Scott. There's 14 of them. So, number 1, you will receive a body. You may like it or hate it, but it's the only thing you are sure to keep for the rest of your life. You will learn lessons. You are enrolled in a full-time informal school called life on planet Earth, and every person or incident is the universal teacher. Number 3, there are no mistakes, only lessons. Growth is a process of experimentation. Failures are as much a part of the process as success. Number 4, a lesson is repeated until it's learned. It is presented to you in various forms until you learn it. Then you can go on to the next lesson. Number 5, if you don't learn easy lessons, they get harder. I can definitely attest to this one. External problems are a precise reflection of your internal state. When you clear inner obstructions, your outside world changes. Pain is how the universe gets your attention. Pain is how your body gets your attention. Pain is how your heart gets your attention. If you're in pain, somebody's trying to get your attention. Okay, number 6. You will know you've learned a lesson when your actions change. Wisdom is practice. A little of something is better than a lot of nothing. Number 7. There is no better than here. When your there becomes a here, you will simply obtain another there. And again, that will look better than here. So true. How many of us spend our entire lives trying to change our location or our surroundings, only to find that, we're still stuck with ourselves when we get to the next place. Okay, number 8. Others are only mirrors of you. You cannot love or hate something about another unless it reflects something you love or hate in yourself. Uncomfortable truth. Oh. Number 9, your life is up to you. Life provides the canvas. You do the painting. Take charge of your life or someone else will. Number 10, you always get what you want. Your subconscious rightfully determines what energies, experiences, and people you attract. Therefore, the only foolproof way to know what you want is to see what you have. There are no victims, only students. I love that one because, working in theta healing and working around neuroscience, only 10% of our brain is actually conscious. We've got 90% that's subconscious. It's under the water. We're seeing just that little tip of the iceberg. So if we're thinking, okay, I'm doing all of this changing and all of this movement, what we're aware of, it's like, man, there's so much more under the surface that we're not aware of that is running and in some instances ruining our lives. So it's really important to dive into that subconscious work. And that, I think, is the essence of spirit. Like that's where your spirit mojo lies. Like when you can connect into that 90% of the iceberg that's underwater, you are connecting so much more deeply with your spirit, and you just become so much more empowered. Number 11, there is no right or wrong, but there are consequences. Moralizing doesn't help. Judgments only hold the patterns in place. Just do your best. Number 12, your answers lie inside you. Children need guidance from others, but as we mature, we trust our hearts where the laws of spirit are written. You know more than you have heard or read or been told. All you need to do is look, listen, and trust yourself. Number 13, you will tend to forget all of this. And number 14, you can remember this anytime that you wish. So these are 14 rules for being human. And I don't think I read it 20 years ago, but it is probably 14 of the most truthful things I've ever heard. And I really wish I had paid attention 20 years ago and taken these to heart, because it's these 14 things are kind of what I've spent the last 20 years working on understanding and helping other people understand. So I guess I just wasn't ready to hear them until now. So I hope you enjoy your full moon in Leo and enjoy every second of your life.